NBC6 hidden camera investigation of a South Florida pet store selling thousands of expensive dogs nationwide.
We've uncovered unhappy customers who say their puppies are sick or genetically defective.
Tonight, Jeff Burnside goes undercover to reveal where some of the dogs are coming from. Jeff?
Wizard of Claws says it sells only the best of the best dogs for prices up to $10,000 each. So we wanted to find out why, according to heartbroken customers, puppies are getting sick or dying soon after they buy them. You are inside what critics call a puppy mill. Factories where illness and inbreeding can be problematic. From this very place came Nacho. But after arriving at his new home, his owners, who paid $5,000, say Nacho became gravely ill, diagnosed with internal parasites, severe arthritis, dislocation of his kneecap, and more.
I cried. I really cried. I was crying. I understood at this time why he was so sick, and it really broke my heart.
Vanessa and Andreas Bossi hand-fed Nacho for months, and she claims she even contracted the parasite from Nacho.
For 3 weeks, I had to take antibiotics.
Nacho came from Wizard of Claws in Pembroke Pines, which boasts top-quality purebreds, trendy teacup-sized puppies, celebrity clients, and happy, healthy dogs.
The Wizard of Claws Celebrity Kennels specializes in world-class quality teacups.
But our investigation uncovered where some of those dogs actually come from, the kind of places that the Humane Society of the United States says breeds dogs with an elevated risk of congenital defects, like these other dogs sold by Wizard of Claws, like Terminator and Parker, both with knee defects called patellar luxation. Lily, a liver problem called portosystemic shunt. Piglet had a skin disease called congenital canine lamellar ichthyosis. Indiana had hip dysplasia.
Are you selling defective dogs?
No, absolutely not.
Jim Anderson runs Wizard of Claws. He and his sales team emphasize his dogs come from select private breeders he's known for years, some who raise puppies in their homes.
First of all, we buy these dogs strictly off breeders that my boss has done business with. Their dogs are from breeders, they're not from companies.
We buy the best of the best. We pay them premium.
But we traced dog after dog that Anderson purchased on internet auctions, sort of an eBay for dogs. Our cameras watched this van packed with tiny puppies. We saw 32 delivered to the back door of Wizard of Claws from Missouri, 1,300 miles away. This is Edgar Springs in rural Missouri.
Let me show you some video.
Using hidden cameras, we went into this dog breeding operation called Puppy Tracks. We traced 50 of Anderson's purchases to here, including these dogs that later became sick and one died, although it's impossible to pinpoint where they got sick. We were shown dogs in cages.
7 for her. 5 for her.
And these cowering dogs in a wooden hutch.
These two are breeding stock. They look terrified of people. The water bowl right there, as you can see, is frozen over from the temperatures in the teens last night. There's no visible sign of any kind of heating element back there. They're shaking right now, and the morning sun has already been up for about an hour or two.
Owner Debbie Mace says these blue barrels keep them warm enough.
They should clearly be reported, and that's somebody I would not buy a dog from.
Shouldn't you know, though, the facilities that you buy a lot of dogs from, such as Puppy Tracks?
Shouldn't you know where you bought them shoes from?
Puppy Tracks was cited by Missouri for not fully sheltering dogs from weather and suspended by the American Kennel Club for submitting false records about breeds.
Can we sit down and do an interview with you guys?
Get out of here, I'll call 911.
I'm sure there's substandard facilities I've purchased dogs from, not puppy mills. Look in a dictionary.
Well, let's use your own definition of a puppy mill.
Right there on the Wizard of Claws website is a long description of a puppy mill, describing precisely what we saw.
Isn't it a fact that you are buying dogs from puppy mills?
It's not with my belief, no.
But you're implying to your customers you do know where your dogs are coming from.
I'm not applying to all my customers. Most customers don't really ask, they don't really care.
We also went undercover to another Wizard of Claws supplier, Linnell Eclair's breeding operation in Oklahoma, repeatedly cited by a federal inspector.
She tells me to do something, I do it, you know, and most of the time she just rides me up for some little something.
Violations like adequate vet care, and cages that need to be sanitized and repaired. Some so small, big dogs could not stand up.
Have you ever been there?
No, absolutely not.
How do you know that it meets your exceptionally high standards and all the
I
other
don't.
definitions that you have?
I don't.
Would you call that a puppy mill?
I'd revert that as a puppy mill. I would call that a puppy mill. She has a lot of dogs there. I didn't know she had that many dogs. I clearly didn't know she had that many dogs, okay?
This is the very definition of a puppy mill.
We showed our video to Wayne Pacelli, president of the Humane Society of the United States, the world's largest animal welfare group.
If it looks like a puppy mill, smells like a puppy mill, sounds like a puppy mill, it sure is a puppy mill.
Pacelli knows. He testified before Congress about puppy mills.
What we saw in your video were dogs that were too frightened to come or that were just manic in wanting human attention. Their feet don't touch the earth. They're standing on wire, repetitive motion, and they're at the point of even going a little mad. In fact, there's a direct line from puppy mills to Wizard of Claws. So the public is being hoodwinked, and they're being told one story, and the reality is something starkly different.
Well, Jim Anderson says among the thousands of dogs he sells, he has many happy customers and pays vet bills and gives refunds as the law requires. His former longtime vet, Dr. Jan Bellows, says the exam for a health certificate does not necessarily catch all the illnesses or genetic defects. But the largest animal welfare group in America is taking notice. Tomorrow, the Humane Society of the United States is expected to make a major announcement about Wizard of Claws. That complete story tomorrow.